This is Alex Vegas, and this is the review of the Alyssa ABH palette. Okay. Hi, what's up, everybody? This is Alex Vegas.
80s, 90s.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, do it like one or two times, and you can just pick the best one that you say all time correctly.
Today I'm going to be reviewing the palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills featuring Alyssa Edwards. Alyssa Edwards is one of the funniest drag queens that I've ever seen. Please watch her show on YouTube called Alyssa's Secret. I'm gonna be recreating the look for her campaign, which I will post a picture right here. If you're interested in seeing how I recreate this look, please just keep on watching.
Wow, you want to explain why you're doing that?
I'm gonna put a little headband so that my hair doesn't get in the way. I'm sorry if I'm looking over there. I need to look at myself every once in a while. Okay, the first thing I'm gonna do is put some eyeshadow primer on my eye. And today I'm gonna be using the Photo Focus eyeshadow primer by Wet n Wild, which is super, super cheap. And honestly, it locks everything into place. Bitch, that shit don't come out. I'm going to be going in with the shade The Supreme, and I'm going to be layering it on top of the primer so that it can set, and then we can blend everything in nicely. Just kidding, that is way too pigmented. So instead of that, I'm going to go in with the Kat Von D palette. This one's, oh, excuse my dirtiness, but I'm gonna be going with the Kat Von D shade Levitation from the Shade and Light palette. I'm gonna be setting the eye. I'm gonna be doing a toned down version of the look because I'm not gonna glue down my eyebrows. I could, but that's not what we're doing today. I'm just gonna go in with a transition shade to blend in all the rest of the colors. After the transition shade, we're gonna wanna use one of the more like pink colors so that we can start recreating the look of the color in our eyes. So I'm gonna go with the shade Texas Made, and I'm gonna blend it out around the areas where I put the transition shade. Right off the bat, I can tell that these shades are really, really pigmented. If you can see it on the camera, one of my favorite palettes is the Modern Renaissance. The Modern Renaissance, I feel like, is so smooth. So smooth. And I don't know if it's just that it's because it's a pink shade that it's blending in a little harder than the other palette. I don't know if they changed the formulation on them. That's just what I'm seeing though. I'm gonna go in with a smaller brush and I'm gonna deepen up the outer edges of it and kind of go in for the cut crease that she's wearing on the photo. She's pink. She gonna look like she got pink eye. So I went with the purple shade before the darker shade just so that like the color would blend a little bit more seamlessly. Right now I'm gonna go with BBDC so that I can start deepening the crease area. I feel like the colors are showing up a little bit different on camera than they are in my little mirror. I feel like it shows like a lot lighter pink than it actually is on camera. Hopefully I can take like pictures of it and show closer to what it looks like in person because I feel like it looks better in person than it does on the camera. That could totally be my fault, but now I'm gonna go with a little bit of the black color that is on the palette called Base. I'm gonna keep the black very minimal and right on the crease so that we can go back with the white to cut the crease nicely, but you'll see what I'm talking about. I'm gonna put a liner to an angle to where it's gonna like angle up. So I'm gonna start connecting with the black. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? I think that makes sense. I'm gonna take the blending brush that we used in the beginning for the transition shade. I'm gonna use the blending brush that we used for the transition shade and just blend the edges so there's no harsh lines. So now, when you cut your crease, it's good to use a cream under the white. And I'm not saying that the white on the palette is bad. I've never tried it before. So far, the shades have been performing. So I'm gonna go in with the white cream. I'm gonna take just a standard brush. I did forget a lot of my brushes at home. I'm not filming in my home. So I'm just gonna take an e.l.f. brush, an e.l.f. C brush, and go in with the cream. Okay, now that I have laid down the cream, now I'm gonna go over it with the white shadow called a headliner from the palette. So I brought out the white a little too much. And if you do that, you can just go in with the shades and the same brushes that you were using and just kind of blend in a little bit more of the color back in there. She fished yet? Since my friends are not answering my fish comments, can y'all just like let me know in the comments if I'm fish? Thanks.
What's a fish?
They put a lot more pink than I did. Is she every woman or what? Bitch. Bitch, I was supposed to drag it up. Okay, so I just looked at some other photos and I was supposed to drag the black up. I'm not about to do it again, so this is close enough. This is gonna be more of like a daytime drag, biological woman, something like that, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go ahead and take the pink and I'm gonna put it on the lower part of my eye. I'm gonna do the pink and the purple just to follow the same story that is in the lid. I'm gonna grab a smaller brush and I'm gonna go with the purple shade. And then again, just like I did on the lid, I'm going to darken it up with the purple and then with the black. Now with a very, very small brush, I'm gonna take the black and I'm gonna put it just in the lash line. I'm gonna go back with the other brush and blend it. You take the black and you connect it at the corner. Now to the scary part, liquid liner. Let's stop and say a little prayer that this does not go wrong because I don't have the other side done yet. Here we go. Now I'm gonna go with the lower lash line and it's kind of complicated to tell where exactly everything is because from the screenshots that I have, I hope I'm positioning everything correctly. So I could be wrong, but this is just my recreation, my version of it. For mascara, I'm gonna be using the Better Than Sex mascara. As you can probably tell, I don't have lashes. So I'm gonna put some fake eyelashes on top of them. So don't worry. Some of y'all were blessed with eyelashes, but for me, nature was like, bitch, where? I'ma do the other eye and I will come back. Hi guys, I'm back. I'm gonna do my foundation, contour. I'm gonna keep it light. I'm not gonna go like too crazy with it. Today I'm gonna be using the Giorgio Armani Power Fabric. I find that the coverage on it looks very good on camera. I'm gonna be using for concealer the Tarte Shape Tape. Moving on to powder, my favorite powder is the Airspun, which everybody talks about. A lot of people like to bake with this powder specifically. I'm gonna put a little bit of powder on the sponge. I get very oily around the T-zone area, so I do put a lot of powder there. Moving on to contour, I'm gonna be using the same shade and light palette from Kat Von D. That's my favorite palette to do powder contour. I'm gonna go ahead and dust off the bake. And what I like to do with contour is use one of the lighter shades and then use one of the darker shades for only like the hollows of the cheekbones and like really like where it's supposed to be a little darker. For my nose contour, I like to use a smaller brush for more precision. After putting all the powder where you want it, you can take like a clean brush and just make sure that everything is blended. So my eyebrows don't usually need any filling in. Right now I'm looking at the viewfinder and it looks like I don't have as bushy eyebrows as I do in person. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill them in a little bit. For the record, I don't usually do my eyebrows. I put a little bit of powder in them. I'm sorry, you guys, I did not bring a pencil. I'm gonna add some highlight to my cheeks. Today, I'm gonna be using the Fenty Beauty Kilowatt Foil palette, this wider looking one and the one in the middle, because I feel like those fit my skin the best. Okay, just a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit to freshen up. The last step is gonna be the lips. I'm gonna go ahead and fill them in and then I'll put 2 lipsticks on. I'm gonna be filling in my lips with the Jordana in shade Coco Loco. And I like to overdraw them a little bit, not too much. Or that's what I say, at least. And then I'm gonna be going with the Flower Liquid Lip in Murloc Kiss. Now for the center, I'm gonna be applying the Flower Liquid Lipstick in Bare Honey. Now, the very last step is gonna be the lashes. Today, I'm gonna be putting on the Kiss Looks So Natural. It says it's light and soft as a feather. It's soft like this look. Oh. Okay, so I like to put a little bit of glue on my hand. And then I just run the band on the glue and I let it sit for a little bit. I want it to get tacky so that it doesn't take too long for me to put it on my eyes. When you're putting them on, try to get the inner corner done before the outer corner. It makes things easier. Do I look like I got lashes yet? After I put on the lashes, you want to do mascara. I usually put the lashes, the outer corner, a little bit like above my natural lash line so that they don't look droopy. There's a lot of people who like put them on and you don't want it to like come down so much. The glue sometimes leaves like a little bit of a residue and you can tell. So if you like a little bit more liner on top, you won't be able to tell that much. As long as you put enough black on there, you'll look like a biological woman. This is the final look. I think that the palette is great. This is gonna bring like a lot of people a lot of value. It's Alyssa Edwards and she's very recognized in the community. I've always loved the formula in ABH shadows from the Modern Renaissance. I think that was the first one that I had, the Modern Renaissance. And I know a lot of people had like problems with the subculture thing and all these things, but to be completely honest, I was able to work with the subculture palette. It is more of like loose pigments, but that's not the case with these. I would say these are a lot more like the Modern Renaissance one. I wasn't displeased with any of the shadows. Of course, there were a lot of them that I did not touch just because I was trying to recreate Alyssa's look, but I did not have any issues with the ones that I did. The ones that I did touch were the Supreme, Headliner, Unicorn Tribe, BBDC, Texas Made, Believe, and Beast. If there's any trouble with the rest of them, I will keep using it and I will keep testing it and I will let you guys know on any of my social medias, or I will comment it and pin it on the video so you guys can take a look at that. But so far, I think it's a great palette. I've always loved drag makeup. I've always especially loved RuPaul's Drag Race from season 1. I've watched all of the seasons. One of the standouts is of course Alyssa Edwards. Back rolls. That was iconic. Every single thing that she did on that show was iconic. And I appreciate you, Alyssa Edwards. You keep doing your thing. I love it. I hope that you and ABH keep making more products that we can all enjoy because I'm definitely on the lookout for those. If y'all have any other questions, leave them down in the comments. There's gonna be a lot more videos to come, so go ahead and hit the subscribe button right down there and hit like, comment. Tell me, when was the first time that you saw Alyssa Edwards? Was it through RuPaul's Drag Race? Until I see you guys next time, bye-bye.
Maybe try opening
You have
it.
to have a YouTuber's creator app, and then you can pick and choose whatever scene you
Sam
want.
I
says.
thought you had to have like a certain amount of
Oh yeah, heads up. YouTube does not monetize cussing.
I can't cuss?